What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
And it's your girl Phie.
We're here with the recent reads on Berserk, Volume 2. Stay tuned. Alright. So, it's kind of confusing the way that these are numbered. So, it's the Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 2, which collects Volumes 4, 5, and 6 of the original manga. And then, within each volume, there's chapters. So it had you thrown off.
Like, I don't, as long as they can get it all together for me and I can read it like this in order. The table of contents, I'm like, none of this doesn't make any sense.
So I want to break it down real quick. So basically, at the end of the Deluxe Edition Volume 1, which is the trade paperback Volume 3, there's multiple chapters. The last chapter is the Golden Age Volume 1, or Part 1.
It's the third volume of the 4th edition, while you get 6 chapters in that.
So check this out, right? So Berserk Volume 4 collects the Golden Age chapters 2 through 6. Berserk Volume 3 has other chapters, but the last chapter is Volume 1 of the Golden Age. Anyway, the Golden Age is kind of like what you would think the Golden Age of comics. It is the origin of Guts. So Guts, at the end of Volume 1, he gets found under this decrepit tree of dead bodies. His whole family, everyone's slaughtered. He's this kid, and he's picked up by this group of mercenaries led by Gambino. Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with Childish Gambino.
Or the Great Gambino.
That's the Great Bambino. Anyway, so at the end of Volume 1, some big guy comes through. His name is Domino, and like he's going to attack or hurt or rape Guts. And what we find out at the very first page of Volume 2 is that he does just that. Guts gets raped as a kid, and Domino says that, hey, somebody sold you out for 3 pieces of silver, and he says it was Gambino, and he's kind of like, nah, it can't be Gambino, because like this guy took me in, he's like a father figure.
It's my boy, Blue.
Bottom line, that's my boy. And I guess he's been with the company for like 3 years. He's been training with Gambino. Mm-hmm. And
sort of like an apprentice?
Yeah, I mean,
like an apprentice.
I guess you would say. And then it's funny because he plays that role again later on under Griffith, who we meet as kind of like a possessed demonic Griffith in Book 1. So, tell me if it was like this for you.
I didn't go back and look at that.
I did. I flipped through real quick. When you see it, you're going to be like, oh shit, he's got the helmet, but it kind of looks demonic. He doesn't look like a person, really. It's kind of towards the back, not the beginning.
Okay.
So the first book to me was kind of like you're thrown into this world of Berserk with Guts. He doesn't want to be touched, and now we know why. And he's just a fighter. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody. And it's kind of very mysterious. And in this book, we get a lot of backstory on Guts as a kid, coming up through that initial mercenary group, then joining Griffin's group, who is like, he's like a Vega from Street Fighter of the Berserk world.
I was so positive that they were going to be like, this really good chick. And then...
Yeah. Well, he's pretty as fuck.
Like, every drawing is like how that you draw like a woman with eyelashes and like a pouty little mouth.
You're thrown off, but the whole time I'm thinking Vega from Street Fighter. A pretty motherfucker that'll whoop your ass.
I was just like waiting because I'm like, obviously he's going to have a relationship with this character. And then it was like...
Well, the thing about Griffith, which is weird, is kind of like he's taken a fondness to Guts. He kind of can woo the pants off guys or girls. He's just that fine.
He's not really limiting himself to 50% of the population. He just never could.
He hasn't done anything like that yet. He just kind of said things to Guts like, why do you think I risk my life for you? Kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And he's wearing the, what's the thing called?
He's like Prince. He's blouses.
Shirts versus blouses. He's wearing the behemoth?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he said he got it from like a gypsy seller. Mm-hmm. He didn't think anything of it except for it brings good luck.
Gypsy witch?
Gypsy something. And that's going to segue into, we meet one like of the big bad villains of this universe, which is Zod. How do you say it?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu Zod, who he looks kind of monster-esque when you first see him. He's got like the sharp fangs like Akuma from Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. See, another Street Fighter vibe.
Almost like not a nose, but like a little bit like a snout.
Like Akuma.
Yeah.
He has the Akuma face. Mm-hmm. And then he also transforms into another form, which is a big bison-looking...
Minotaur?
Minotaur. Mixed with a bear. Man-bear pig. But what's funny is, so Griffin's squad is trying to kill Zod because they're just fighting in this never-ending war that they're in. 500 men come in and no one comes out. Guts is like, man, fuck this, I'm going in. And then he doesn't come out, so Griffin goes in after his boy because, it's kind of like, is there some kind of unspoken thing there?
There's a thing.
There's an unspoken thing.
You can it's palpable.
I feel it. Anyway, what's funny is they fight Zod and they damage him more than any human has ever damaged him. He says something in the last 50 years. Then he says something about the last 1,000 years. So Nosferatu is like a real term that means like immortal vampire.
Yeah, like a vampire type thing. There's like a old iconic movie.
They do him up pretty nice but he gets the upper hand. He almost kills Griffin, but when he sees the Behelit, is that what it's called?
I
you know these things, man. Which is that little sapphire egg with eyes and mouths that move.
It's red.
The sapphire's red, right?
No, sapphire's blue.
Oh, I mean scarlet. Scarlet little egg thing. And it freaks Zod out. He grows wings and gets the hell out of Dodge, which was a dope-ass scene as well. That was a pretty cool... these 3 volumes remind me of the first. You have, like, a big monster fight. You have a little bit of backstory. Then you have some real-world type stuff. Griffin is a common-born guy. He's got swagger out the yin-yang. Mm-hmm. And he wants to rule a kingdom. That's his goal, right? He tells Guts that. And in the last volume, we kind of see how he's making it happen. Like he gets in with this king, and he starts whining and dining the princess and saves her.
Underhanded shit.
Somebody tries to kill him. Who's next in line for the king? So then he kills that guy. He sticks Guts on him. I like how he's telling Guts. He's kind of like trying to be like, yo, can you kind of do me this solid? And Guts is like, yo, just do what you always do and just order me to do it. I'm going to murk this fool. Overall, I mean, the art felt very similar to the first 3 volumes, which again, I didn't mind. I know a lot of Berserk fans are telling us the art gets a lot better. That's just more to look forward to.
As soon as I opened the first page, it's just not even going to give in at all. It's like, you better be ready for it. It's
male on male rape. The first page.
Not even like male. It's male on minor male. Child
male on young underage male rape. They're not pulling any punches in this book. But I definitely like it. I mean, we both read this the same day, back to back.
Yeah, the Behelit.
The Behelit. We both read it in one sitting. And these are quick, fun reads. I love it. I can't wait to get the next volume. I hate that it's going to be a few months before it comes in. Mm-hmm. But I think now that we're past the Golden Arc storyline, we could watch the anime.
Oh, really?
I think the anime is just the Golden Arc. I mean, I'm sure you guys will let us know in the comments. I mean, I don't think we need to show the art because it's kind of similar as the last volume. But if you're a comic book reader like me, you could definitely jump into this manga. It is accessible. You don't need to have any backstory. You get used to the black and white. You get used to the right to left. And it's a fun, fast ride. Mm-hmm. If you're a manga fan.
It's hard for me sometimes in the battle scenes, though, because I gotta, like, really look at, like, who's where and
so you said that when you were reading it, so I was looking for that when I was reading it, but you just gotta look at the helmets, really.
No, that's what I end up having to do.
And then it's not important. Hey, 2 big battles are clashing, and then it doesn't really matter who's who. But a lot of crazy, gory scenes. What about when Guts fights that big, huge guy in the beginning? It's kind of like in Thor: The Dark World, where this big rock creature's messing everybody up, and then Thor just comes in, clogs them out.
Yeah.
He comes through and he's always
and
using
he's like a teenager. He's young.
He's young, yeah. He's always using that sword as his advantage. He always goes head to head with the swords and breaks their sword and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I like this volume a lot. We got to learn a lot more about Guts, why he doesn't want to be touched, who Griffin is, because we got that tease in the first book.
Just really enjoy it. I really hate how long it's going to take for the next book to come out, but we got to watch whatever show we can be watched up until this point. I don't want to go past this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, too. I'm not trying to spoil myself. I mean, even though it's going to take a long time, we have plenty of other things to read in the meantime.
Are there a bunch of other stories that tie into this that are not called Berserk?
Not that I know of. As far as I know, this is still ongoing, this thing. So, I don't think so. I don't think there's like a Guts...
Hey, wrap it up.
You'll wrap that gavel up, B. Anyway, bottom line is we're definitely digging the hell out of Berserk. We're going to keep picking up these deluxe editions. I love how they look and feel.
Yeah.
They're so awesome. They're like, I don't know, it's like $50 or something. We get them for like $35 on in-stock trades or whatever. I know you guys are going to recommend a ton of different manga below. We might check them out. There's some that keep coming up that is making me want to look into them. That's all I think we really got for Berserk Volume 2. We both definitely are digging the hell out of it. Let us know what you think about Berserk in the comments below. Hit that like on the way out for us dropping this daily content for y'all. And subscribe to the channel. hit the bell so you're notified. We usually drop it every morning, like 6 to 8 a.m., depending on your time zone. So make sure to subscribe, and y'all stay minty fresh. Peace. You're doing that thing that you always do. You're gonna go somewhere totally different.
Yeah.
Just let me get my thought out.
I forgot now what it was.
You ready? Come on. So Phie likes to do this thing where I'm talking about a certain
I get so scared
topic,
while we're filming. I get nervous.
and I look to her to back me up, and she just starts in a whole other direction.
1,000-yard stare.
I'll be like, yeah.
Like,
So Guts was about to fight that guy. Didn't you like that battle? And you'll be like, but I was like, where's Puck the whole time?
like, are we gonna like go somewhere else with this story?
Like, I'm going this way, and you're like, I had a good example when I was telling you that.
I know.
What was it?
I was trying to think of what I was gonna tell you just now.
Or I'll be like, yo, I'm loving this new Spider-Man. I love how he swings through, and you'll be like, yeah, but what about Batman? It's
Like, was the Joker always his first villain?
Like, we ain't even talk about that.